Good evening and welcome to Nomination Night. This highly anticipated live stream is brought to you by the San Francisco, Northern California chapter of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. I'm Brooks Jarose, your president, and it's my pleasure to kick off the show. Tonight, watch parties are happening throughout our region, from the Bay Area to California's capital city to the islands of Hawaii. It's time to celebrate. This year, we've had a record high number of entries and an even higher level of quality deserving of Emmy excellence. And now let's bring in our awards chair, Pamela Young, who joins us from Hawaii, where she has worked tirelessly overseeing this year's English and Spanish contests. Pamela, a big thanks to you and the entire awards committee.
Thank you, Brooks. On behalf of our awards committee and co-chairs Paula Marqueski and Chris Sanchez, we congratulate our NATAS members on a momentous year, a record 1,106 entries, 913 in English, 193 in the Spanish contest. Each entry was diligently certified to meet all the rules of our call for entries. They were judged by a minimum of 7 judges from 4 different NATAS chapters using a 7-point scale for content, creativity, and execution. Those numbers were then sent to our awards committee for blind scoring. That means without knowing the categories or entry names, we look at the percentages and determine the cutoff scores for the nominees and recipients. But enough of this process. We know why you're all here. To get the party started, let's go to Chris Sanchez with some of the nominees in the Spanish contest. Chris?
Thank you so much. We had such robust participation, and it has been a joy to really work on all of the certification. Mucho gusto. Okay, here is our first Spanish category. It is Craft Achievement Spanish. And the nominees are Monroy Composite, Univisión 14, and Una Historia de la Gen Z de Univisión 19, Univisión 19. That's multimedia journalist. And in the next category, we have photographer editor, Jack Noonan's photography reel, Spanish, Estrella TV, Sacramento, KCRA 3, Serena Soriano composite, San Francisco 49ers, and Cultura Azteca en Sacramento, Univisión 19. In talent news reporter, Buscando Respuestas, Buscando Justicia, Telemundo Área de la Bahía, KSTS, y Contra Viento y Marea, Univisión 19, KUVS. In the category of talent, anchor, weather, or sports, we have El Tiempo con Aranza Mora, Univisión 19, KUVS. And in talent anchor for Spanish news, Diana Monroy, composite, Univisión 14, KDTV, y Jairo Díaz Pedraza, composite, Univisión 19, KUVS. And now we move on to sports Spanish. We had no nominations in this category, so there's always next year. We'll move on to the next category, spot announcements Spanish. Spot announcements. The first is Meaning of Trabajando para Ti, Noticiero Telemundo California, KCSO 33, Latinos Unidos, Latinos United, San Francisco 49ers, and Nadie Como Nosotros, featuring Los Tigres del Norte, San Francisco Giants. And we'll move on now to the craft achievement in the English category. Paula?
And Blue Bus Productions. We have in graphic arts, no nominations, but as Chris said, there is always next year. And in multimedia journalist, no production time limit in English. In anchor who shoots, writes, and edit, Ryan Yamamoto, MMJ Composite, CBS Bay Area, KPIX. We have Jonathan Bloom telling the stories of San Francisco, NBC Bay Area, KNTV. For multimedia journalist single shift in English, Max Darrow reporting, CBS Bay Area, KPIX. And the DAW Composite, CBS Bay Area, KPIX. For video essayist in English, we have Bellini Composite, ABC7, KGO. For photographer content in English, Back to the Wild, CBS Bay Area, KPIX, First Light Media, and Bringing Down the House from KCRA 3. For photographer news in English, Rachel Boyoung Kim, photographer composite, ABC 10, KXTV. We have Stories That Move, KCRA 3, and Jack Noonan's photography reel, KCRA 3. Moving on to editor content in English, Back to the Wild, CBS Bay Area, KPIX, First Light Media. We have Tyler Denevi, editor composite, NBC Sports Bay Area, and Eola Maui, Spectrum OC16, Carrillo Digital Media, Inc. For editor news, English, Victor Nieto edits Stories of Sacramento from KCRA 3, Lone Survivor of the USS Arizona, KCRA 3, and Who Killed Dana Ireland, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, KHNL. For director post-production English, Back to the Wild, CBS Bay Area, KPIX, First Light Media, Save the Cat, Chabot College, KCTH, Comcast 27, Blue Bus Productions, Origins of Kappa, The Legend of Ma'ikoha. And I apologize for my Hawaiian pronunciation. Clearly, this means I should just spend more time in Hawaii. Bringing Down the House, The Bombing of Harvey's Casino, KCRA 3. I'll get right on that Hawaii trip.
I'll join you.
Thank you. Director Live English, A View from the Control Room, KCRA 3. Writer Content English, Back to the Wild, CBS Bay Area, KPIX, First Light Media. Chris Jones Writing Composite, NBC Sports Bay Area. Outside Beyond the Lens, Vosges Mountains, France, Valley PBS, KVPT 18. For writer news in English, Zoe's dad writes about protecting a place he loves, ABC 10, KXTV. Words and Pictures, Forged in Fire from CBS Bay Area, KPIX, and For Mom from KCRA 3. We have live news producer English. The nominees are Kristen Stone, producer composite, CBS Bay Area, KPIX. Sophie Matson, producer, CBS Bay Area, KPIX. NBC Bay Area News Tonight composite, Alicia Corso from NBC Bay Area, KNTV. For talent, program host, moderator, and correspondent, this is in English, Bartles Backroads Holiday Special from ABC 10, KXTV. Back to the Wild, CBS Bay Area, KPIX, First Light Media. For talent reporter specialty assignment in English, Tara Campbell, Finding the Forgotten from ABC 7, KGO. Andy Judson, investigative reporter, ABC 10, KXTV. Brandon Rittiman, Won't Take No for an Answer, ABC 10, KXTV. Hawaiian Canoe Voyage in Alaska, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, KHNL. Answers Accountability and Action, Candace Wynn, Composite, NBC Bay Area, KNTV. Investigative reporter, Begad Shaban, NBC Bay Area, KNTV. Few more. Talent reporter, Daily News in English, Melendez Composite, ABC 7, KGO. Characters and Emotions, CBS Bay Area, KPIX. And Wild Weather, Breaking News, and the Kindness of Strangers with reporter Brittany Hope, KCRA 3. For talent, anchor, reporter, sports in English, The Best of Vern Glenn, 2023, CBS Bay Area, KPIX. Laura Britt, 2023, Sports Composite, NBC Sports Bay Area. And Ashley Adamson, Pac-12 Networks. For talent anchor weather in English, Weather All Around, CBS Bay Area, KPIX. 2023 weather composite, A Little Bit of Everything, CBS Bay Area, KPIX. And meteorologist Heather Waldman brings Northern California's complex weather and climate to life from KCRA 3. We have talent anchor news in English, Juliette Goodrich, Composite, CBS Bay Area, KPIX. and Ty Steele anchoring breaking news from KCRA 3. And now I am going to turn it over to Pamela to continue with the spot announcements in English. Pamela?
Thank you, Paula. First is promotion, non-news, and sports. The nominees are Feast or Famine, California Water Crisis, ABC 30 KFSN. All of Us, Golden State Warriors. Welcome to the Playoffs, San Francisco 49ers. Nothing Like It, featuring IMSU, San Francisco Giants. For promotion news, Real Answers Take Action SF, ABC 7 KGO. Weather So Real campaign, CBS Bay Area KPIX. We Tell Your Stories, Hawaii News Now, KGMB KHNL. In the commercial category, Protecting the City, KTVU Fox 2, Them Apples Films. Hawaii Flies With Us, NMG Network. Public service announcement. It all starts here, CBS Bay Area, KPIX, Them Apples Film. I'm Perfectly Yours, KTVU, Fox 2, Kraken Cove Productions. Stay Ahead, Palo Alto VA Medical Center. And now back to Paula for the sports categories.
Sports, one-time special or live sporting event / game in English. Patrick Marleau jersey retirement ceremony from NBC Sports Bay Area. In sports program live or post-produced, Brick by Brick series, San Francisco 49ers. The Giants Go to Mexico City, San Francisco Giants. Beyond the Sport, Joey Cabell, A Legend of Surf, Spectrum OC16. Sports story short content, Mr. Relevant, Brock Purdy's NFL Story, NBC Sports Bay Area. Behind the scenes of Casey Schmidt's debut day, San Francisco Giants, and how the San Francisco Giants use training and preparation to develop players from the San Francisco Giants. For sports story news, from Fab 5 to Homeless, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, KHNL. Even Though We're Blind, We Can Still Do Things from KCRA 3. Ball Behind Bars, Warriors Unite at San Quentin from KTVU Fox 2. And Fan Uprising, the Oakland A's Reverse Boycott, NBC Bay Area, KNTV. And now I am going to turn it back over to Chris to get the news and programming content started in Spanish.
Thank you, Paula. In our first category, we have societal concerns and no nominations for this year. So we'll move on to the next category, which is program news or content. Incendios forestales, Univisión 14 KDTV. Ciudad Bajo el Agua, Univisión 19 KUVS. Noticias 21 Bajo el Calor del Valle, Univisión 21 KFTV. In politics or government, we have one nomination, AB 60, a 10 años de la ley que cambió a California, Telemundo Área de la Bahía, KSTS. In human interest, we have Diana Mujer Imparable, Telemundo Área de la Bahía, KSTS. Mujeres de Alto Voltaje, Univisión 19 KUVS. Rostros de la Indigencia, Univisión 19 KUVS. Y Cosiendo Cobijas y Esperanzas, Univisión 21 KFTV. In the historical cultural category in the Spanish contest, Californianos Celebrando la Herencia Hispana y Latina, Estrella TV Sacramento, KCRA 3. Día de los Muertos, San Francisco 49ers. Aztecas en California, Univisión 19 KUVS. Cempasúchil, Símbolo de Vida y Muerte, Univisión 21 KFTV. And now we'll move back to the English category of news and programming content.
We've got science and technology. Dude, Where's My Driver? Take a 360-degree ride inside a fully autonomous car. CBS Bay Area, KPIX. Deep Look, How Does the Mussel Grow Its Beard? KQED. Deep Look, This Fly Torpedoes a Bindweed Bee's Nest. KQED. Deep Look, This Weevil Has Puppet Vibes but Drills Like a Power Tool. KQED. For societal concerns, news, or short-form content, California's domestic violence system leaves victims vulnerable. ABC 10, KXTV. It's the closest we get to being free. KCRA 3. Stairway to Heaven, Spectrum OC 16. Societal concerns, news, or long-form content, California Dreaming, Moving to Texas, ABC 7 KGO. Kevin, ABC 7 KGO. Bart on the Brink, CBS Bay Area KPIX. Tenderloin, Breaking the Cycle, CBS Bay Area KPIX. The Battle Over Lithium, What's Really Happening at Thacker Pass, KTVN 2. For public affairs program, single program, or series, unfortunately, no nominations this year. Politics, government, news, or short-form content. Fire, Power, Money, Newsom's Non-Answers, ABC 10, KXTV. STOP, you're paying rent and rehab for former prisoners, but California isn't tracking your money. CBS Sacramento, KOVR, Cal Matters. American Vets, Benefits, Race, and Inequality, NBC Bay Area, KNTV. For politics, government, news, or long-form content, just one nominee. Beer Politics, CBS Bay Area, Bear Politics, CBS Bay Area, KPIX, CBS Sacramento, KOVR. Lifestyle, news, or short-form content. Trass is Jason Messier's Treasure, ABC 7, KGO. Cactus Farm, family farm growing traditional Mexican food staple, ABC 10, KXTV. I'm Always Looking, KCRA 3. Aloha Goes Both Ways, Maddie Wong, NMG Network. For lifestyle, news, or long-form content, Hashi Media, Taste Our Love for Hawaii, Kalo Journey, Hawaii Ag and Culinary Alliance. Outside Beyond the Lens, Vosges Mountains, France, Valley PBS, KVPT 18. Two nominees for interview discussion, Run TMC, Golden State Warriors, On the Ranch with Jerry Brown, KTXL, Fox 40. Informational instructional news or short-form content, How Roundabouts Got a Green Light, ABC 10, KXTV. Overdue, San Francisco's Most Dangerous Fault, KCBS, CBS, Bay Area, KPIX. APEC, Navigating a Traffic Nightmare, NBC Bay Area, KNTV. Just the Essentials, Northern California Public Media, KRCB 22. Human Interest, news or short-form content. Sasha Easley, China's Transgender Pioneer, ABC 10, KXTV. The Clyde Bush Photos, CBS Bay Area, KPIX. All My Love, Max, KCRA 3. Human Interest, news or long-form content. Back to the Wild, Sam Potter, CBS Bay Area, KPIX, Make It Media. House of Kamohoali'i, London, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, KHNL. Lahaina, A Story of Survival, KHON 2. My Name is Siri, KQED, Designs by Siri. Fort Washington Country Club, 100 Years, Valley PBS, KVPT 18. For historical cultural news or short-form content, Harlem of the West, Preserving West Oakland's Blues Culture, ABC 7, KGO. Meet the East Bay Dragons, ABC 7, KGO. Ajumawi State Park, you'll need a boat to get there, ABC 10, KXTV. Aikane, Honolulu Rainbow Film Festival, Q Waves Kanakapakapiki. How Black Californians Had Their Land Stolen, KQED. Cable cars carrying San Francisco halfway to the stars, NBC Bay Area, KNTV. Remembering Richard Oakes, the face of the Red Power movement, San Francisco Chronicle. And now for historical cultural news or long-form content, Being Frederica, ABC 7 KGO. Evil in the Archives, The Murder of Debbie Dorian, ABC 30 KFSN. Japan Loves Hula, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, KHNL. KMJ 100 Years in the Valley. Valley PBS KVPT 18. Whew. Now for the rest of the Spanish content categories, here's Chris.
Like you said, we had a record number of entries. We certainly
Sure did.
We're
about halfway through.
An embarrassment of riches we have here. We'll remind you that the Emmy Gala is coming up on June 15th, and tickets are already on sale at emmysf.tv. If you buy early, you get a less expensive price. If you are a member, you also get a discount. So make sure you book your tickets soon. It's going to be happening at the San Francisco Hilton Union Square, and it's going to be a lovely affair. Paula's been working hard on that. She's been manning most of the labor on the gala. So thank you, Paula, for that.
Well, I hope we see lots of people there. It will be a great night. And, Chris, Pamela, Brooks, the whole board of governors for Natus getting ready for that event. And we just, we hope you'll all join us, especially if you see your name here tonight.
It'll be a very festive evening, and we hope you're all enjoying yourselves at your destination parties, nomination parties tonight. Send us pictures to offcamera.com.
Absolutely. Tag us. We're on social. We keep hounding you. All right, we'll move on to the next part of our program. News, programming, content, Spanish. This is the part 2. Y la primera categoría, health, medical. 60 segundos entre la vida y la muerte en la cancha. Univisión 19, KUVS. Silicosis. Univisión 14, KDTV. In environment, science, technology. Entre Chile, sudor y calor. Univisión 19, KUVS. And especies en peligro, pescadores en lucha. Univisión 19, KUVS. We'll remind you that this was a category that was at risk just a few years ago, and we've been able to bring folks back. So thank you so much for considering all of the different categories for entry. In education and schools, Misión Renovable, Noticiero Telemundo California, KCSO 33. Y cuando el mariachi llega a las aulas, Univisión 19, KUVS. In diversity, equity, and inclusion, Celebrando Nuestra Gente, Juan Novello, Sacramento Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Silicon Valley, Inseguridad Alimentaria entre la Riqueza, Telemundo Área de la Bahía, KSTS. Me gané la lotería, Univisión 19, KUVS. In Business and Consumer, Especial de Fraudes, Univisión 14. Dinero que vuela, Univisión 19. En Peluquero Móvil, Univisión 21, KFTV. In Arts and Entertainment, en español, Almas de la Ciudad, Univisión 19, KUVS. Tejiendo un par por nuestro futuro, Univisión 19, KUVS. And we'll turn it back over for the news and programming content, English. I believe we're going back to Paula.
That's right. It's me. All right. Health, medical, news, or short form content. Surviving sex trafficking, Dignity Medical's Safe Haven, ABC 10, KXTV. Viewfinder, Hope for the Healing, The Power of Stem Cells, Hunter's Story, PBS, KVIE. The Mission of King Lectureship, The Human Side of Medicine, from Stanford University. Health and medical news or long-form content. Ending the Silence, Breaking Mental Health Stigma, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, KHNL. Psychedelics and Healing, PBS, KVIE. Environment news or short-form content. Deep Debate, Poison in Lake Tahoe, ABC 10, KXTV. Raising an Icon, the plan to preserve San Francisco's ferry building, CBS Bay Area, KPIX. The Radical Beekeeper, also from CBS Bay Area, KPIX. Net Zero, Hannah Ho, NMG Network. Science and Timeless Tool Connect Lake Tahoe to the Vatican, KCRA 3. All right, moving on to environment news or long form content. Water Wasted, ABC 10, KXTV. Kuleana, Preparing for Disaster, KITV4, and Embers of Awakening, From Firestorms to Climate Healing, KQED. Education, schools, news, or short form content. We Need Black Male Teachers, ABC7, KGO. A Friend for Lonely Seniors, ABC10, KXTV. And I Want to See What He's Seen, KCRA 3. Education, schools, news, or long form content. What Will Save Us? Remembering the Stockton School Shooting, ABC 10, KXTV. In documentary, cultural, or historical, Forging Heroes, ABC 7, KGO. Bringing Down the House, The Bombing of Harvey's Casino, KCRA 3. Unbroken Honor, Valley PBS, KVPT 18. In documentary topical, ABC 7 original documentary Injecting Hope, ABC 7 KGO. Trilogy It's in the Heart, Pacific Storytellers. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, news, or short form content. Sacramento's Little Saigon, How the Vietnamese Community is Preserving Culture, from ABC 10 KXTV. Dr. Ari Smith, ABC 30 KFSN. Quest for Representation, Bay Area Mom launches a line of Asian American dolls, from CBS Bay Area KPIX. Meet the members of California's Historic Reparations Task Force, KQED. Deployed, Then Denied, from NBC Bay Area KNTV. Women at Work, Women's Audio Mission, sfgovtv.org. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, news, or long-form content. Marty's Place, Where Hope Lives, from ABC 7 KGO. More Than My Stutter, Ending the Stigma for Those Who Stutter, from ABC 7 KGO. Never Too Late, Capital City AIDS Fund. And Del Paso Heights, Cracking an Epidemic, from KCRA 3. Children, youth, and teen, news, or short-form content. Two Sacramento brothers challenge stereotypes at World Dwarf Games, ABC 10, KXTV. A Foxtail, from NBC Bay Area, KNTV. And Math Rap, from NBC Bay Area, KNTV. For children's, youth, teen, news, or long-form content, we have Sadako's Wish, from KHON2, and The Perfect Season, NBC Sports California, Annabelle Productions. In business and consumer, our first nominee is Ode. National Wage Theft Investigation reveals California victims wait twice as long for resolutions. CBS Sacramento, KOVR, Cal Matters. Cheap Chickens and Expensive Eggs, from KCRA 3. And Hidden Cameras, KCRA 3. Arts and entertainment, news, or short form content. Augmented reality brings Black history to life, from ABC 7 KGO. Cirque du Soleil, Magic of Corteo, from the Golden State Warriors. E Ola Maui, Spectrum OC16, Carrillo Digital Media, Inc., and Valley PBS Spotlight, Fresno Philharmonic, from Valley PBS, KVPT 18. Arts and entertainment, news, or long-form short content. Christmas in Hawaii with Kimmy Miner and Friends, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, KHNL, Haku Collective. All right, here's another challenge for me. This is the House of Kamoho'ali'i in Paris, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, KHNL, IMEM, KITV4, Aloha Goes Both Ways, Lynn O'Neill, NMG Network, Roy's World, Valley PBS, KVPT 18. And now going on to News Gathering Spanish with Chris.
Thank you, Paula. In our first category in News Gathering Spanish, we have News Feature. De la Uva a la Copa, Univisión 14 KDTV. Panápolis, Univisión 14 KDTV. Tito el Gavilán Héroe, Univisión 19 KUVS. In the category of investigative, we have 2 nominations: Salvando San Francisco, Telemundo Área de la Bahía, KSTS. Cortes Fallidas en California, Univisión 19 KUVS. In Crime and Justice, Single Shift, ¿Quién asesinó a Paula Bryan? Telemundo Área de la Bahía, KSTS. In continuing coverage, Tragedia en Half Moon Bay, Telemundo Área de la Bahía, KSTS. Alerta del tiempo, río atmosférico, Univisión 14 KDTV. Nosotros encontramos su cuerpo, Univisión 19 KUVS. For breaking or spot news, 2 nominations: Inundaciones en Capola, Telemundo Área de la Bahía, KSTS. Cumbre APIC, Univisión 14 KDTV. And in hard news report, no production time limit, 2 nominations: Violencia Doméstica, Univisión 14 KDTV, and El Duro Camino de Jamal, Univisión 19 KUVS. In daily news report, we have no nominations this year. We hope that will be different next year. In Newscast, Noticias Univisión 14 a las 6, from enero 19, Univisión 14. Noticiero Telemundo 48 a las 11, Masacre en Half Moon Bay, Telemundo Área de la Bahía, KSTS. And we'll move on to News Gathering English. Paula?
News feature, serious feature, single report, always a heavily entered category. Pilgrimage to Manzanar, ABC 10 KXTV. Serial Squatters, ABC 10 KXTV. VR 360 View, the high-stakes world of San Francisco bar pilots. CBS Bay Area KPIX. Crowdsourcing cold cases, KCRA 3. In a perfect world, they won't come back, KCRA 3. She had multiple abortions as a child. She confronted her abuser years later, San Francisco Chronicle. For news feature, serious feature, multiple reports. 1 nominee, CBS News Bay Area in 360, CBS Bay Area KPIX. News feature, light feature, single report. Ruth Chan Zhang, Chinese-American veteran story, serving in Women's Army Corps during World War II, ABC 10 KXTV. Mike Goebel's Mission, KCRA 3. There's a lot of red, but it should look great, KCRA 3. News feature, light feature, multiple reports. Backroads goes to the movies, ABC 10 KXTV. Honoring World War II Heroes, KCRA 3. Investigative single report. Firepower Money. Are you getting the safer PG&E you're paying for? ABC 10 KXTV. Made Up to Cover Up. Investigating excited delirium, ABC 10 KXTV. A driver's warning, a pastor's wife's death, NBC Bay Area KNTV. For investigative multiple reports, state agency neglects those it promised to protect, ABC 10 KXTV. HNN investigates Lahaina disaster emergency response, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, KHNL. 911 hanging on the line, NBC Bay Area KNTV. And driverless cars fueling controversy, NBC Bay Area KNTV. For our new category of crime justice, single shift, Back on Track, CBS Bay Area KPIX. The People versus the City of Sacramento, a landmark homeless lawsuit, KCBS Sacramento, KOVR. OIS, why isn't the AG enforcing the law he wrote? CBS Sacramento, KVR, Cal Matters. In continuing coverage, Antioch Police texting scandal, ABC 7 KGO. San Francisco's ticking time bomb, ABC7 KGO. $1 billion secret revealed, ABC7 KGO. State secret. Is California's landmark prison reform leading to a change in criminal behavior? CBS Sacramento KOVR. It looks like a jail to me, KCRA 3. Covering the nation's deadliest wildfire in a century, KHON 2. Hurricane Dora coverage and Lahaina fire aftermath on the ground in West Maui, KITV 4. In Breaking Spot News, no nominations this year. Breaking Spot News multiple reports, The Day That Changed Half Moon Bay Forever, ABC7 KGO. Crews rescue teen from rushing river, KCRA 3. Bay Bridge protesters arrested, KTVU Fox 2. For Hard News report, no production time limit, A Breaking Point, ABC7 KGO. Paradise, 5 years later, ABC 10 KXTV. A lot of work, a lot of cases, and even more to come, KCRA 3. Daily News Report single shift, fireworks accident throws doubt on high school baseball star's future, ABC 10 KXTV. Lessons from Lahaina, ABC 10 KXTV. Oakland sets stolen car record, CBS Bay Area KPIX. Stable Cafe, where kings come to feast, CBS Bay Area KPIX. The Final Concert, CBS Bay Area KPIX. And Cruising in Style, KCRA 3. We're going to be continuing with news gathering nominations with Paula.
All right. Moving on to News Special English, Feast or Famine, California's Water Crisis from ABC 30 KFSN, and Game On, Fight for the Kings, KCRA 3. For Newscast Smaller Markets, KSBW Action News 8 at 5 p.m., Atmospheric River slams Central Coast, causing damage and flooding from KSBW 8. Newscast Daytime Medium Markets, first at 4, Maui wildfires disaster, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, and KHNL. KHON2 News at 4 from KHON2. For Newscast Evening Medium Markets, Action News Live at 5, the whole town told to get out from ABC 30 KFSN. Hawaii News Now at 5, Maui wildfires disaster, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, KHNL. Hawaii News Now at 6, Maui wildfires devastation, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, KHNL. And also from Hawaii News Now at 6, Maui's wildfires disaster, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, KHNL. And Newscast Evening Median Markets Part 2, more from Hawaii News Now at 10, the night of the Maui wildfires, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, KHNL. Hawaii News Now at 10, the aftermath in Lahaina, from Hawaii News Now, KGMB, and KHNL. And then Lahaina wildfires, KHON2 News at 7 on KHII. From KHON2. Nice showing there. Moving on to Newscast Daytime Larger Markets, ABC 7 News at 4, Floods and Hope for the Homeless, ABC 7 KGO. KCRA 3 News at 4, Davis Serial Killer Manhunt from KCRA 3. NBC Bay Area News at midday, Remembering Senator Dianne Feinstein from NBC Bay Area, KNTV. Newscast Evening Larger Markets, To the Point with Alex Bell from ABC 10 KXTV, and Primetime Sacramento from KMAX CW 31. And then we're moving on to special achievements in both Spanish and English. So I'm going to pass it back to Chris and Pamela.
Thank you very much, Paula. This is always an exciting one in overall news excellence. Telemundo 48 Primeros Contigo, Telemundo Área La Bahía, KSTS. and Univision Área de la Bahía, Univision 14 KD TV. Pamela?
So for overall excellence, news excellence, this is the big one. ABC 7, Building a Better Bay Area, ABC 7 KGO. We Stand for You, ABC 10 KXTV. ABC 30 Action News, Taking Action Together, ABC 30 KFSN. Our Stories Define Us, KPIX. CBS, Bay Area, KPIX. Hawaii News Now 2023, Hawaii News Now, KGMB, KHNL. A Year of Excellence at KCRA, KCRA 3. KHON 2, Working for Hawaii, KHON 2. Moving the Bay Area Forward, KNTV, Bay Area, NBC Bay Area, NBC Bay Area, KNTV. So we want to congratulate all of the nominees tonight. 291 out of 1,106 entries. That's the top 26% of the entries received, a total of 908 individual nominations to 507 individuals. We want to thank Paula Marqueski, Chris Sanchez, Steve Schlisky, and Daryl Compton for putting together this night of nomination announcements. And now we're going to wrap up the evening with our president, Brooks Jarose.
Wow, what a night. Cheers to all of this year's nominees. We hope to see you on Saturday, June 15th, when we return to the San Francisco Hilton Union Square for the 53rd Annual Emmy Awards Gala. The big party gets underway earlier this year at 5 p.m. with a no-host reception and lots of photo opportunities at our Emmy backdrops, our giant Emmy replica, and even a 360 photo booth. The main event kicks off promptly at 6:30 with the awards program, a 4-course dinner, and wine. New this year, an after party at 10 p.m. with a DJ and dancing. Tickets are $170 for members, but we're offering a $20 discount until May 31st. Seating will be assigned. If you want to sit with your friends, consider a premium table for 10. That's $2,000 for members, and we'll also throw in some sparkling wine. Prices go up June 1st, so don't wait. Visit MESF.tv for tickets and more information.
Good evening, everyone. How we doing tonight?
The show will be live streamed for family and friends not in attendance, so they can watch you receive your Emmy statue.
Oh my goodness.
The full list of tonight's nominees is posted to our website right now, MESF.tv. On behalf of the Board of Governors, congratulations again to all of this year's nominees. And we'll see you at the Hilton in San Francisco on June 15th. Good night.